you were on some other social media sites. Let's go even before then. Who was JXO pre-social media?
So if you guys don't know, I actually
At
just
least
finished
with Jenna before social media.
before social media. So I actually just graduated high school, and I've been doing social media. I've been actually making videos since I was 7 years old. I used to do little vlogs on a little iPod Nano, and I actually just started, or I started posting them on YouTube when I was about like 9, 10 years old without my parents' approval, and might have gotten in trouble for that, but that's besides the point. But I had a little bit of a rough time in school, so that's how I got started in social media and making videos all the time. And literally, like, I remember I would always like get made fun of for like making videos all like literally 24/7. I would just whip out like my little iPod Nano in elementary school and like second grade and like start like vlogging or like recording myself like what I was doing and like stuff like that. But honestly, I've always been around some sort of like video making and being in front of the camera and always doing something like by myself because I was just always, always doing something about video making. So it's just always been a huge part of me.
Nice. What's the appeal to you? You said you've been doing it since you were 7. So were you drawing inspiration from someone, or was it just the limelight chase? What motivated?
From not having friends and me being able to like trying to create something out of just like by myself. So
Mhm.
I was also a huge thing. I also had a huge thing for playing video games as well. And so that also kept me time consumed. And it was just making videos and playing video games and talking to people online.
Definitely. So you're a gamer as well.
I used to be in like middle school.
Used to be. So former gamer. What games were you gaming?
Call of Duty Black Ops. I was a huge thing with Minecraft. So if anyone in here plays Minecraft, I was on PC and I made my money in middle school by building on servers. So servers like Hive, the Minecraft and or Hive, yeah. So whenever you would join a server, any of the buildings that would be around, those were probably buildings I built. And I also used to make Let's Play videos as well. So those are also still up on YouTube, unfortunately, but because I forgot the password, but we're not going to talk about those.
That's cool though. But you made a few changes. So you're doing video creation.
Yeah.
For YouTube, and so then how did that progress to doing other platforms? What was the appeal? And you can go ahead and abbreviate or acronym however you'd like, whatever is easiest for you to communicate the overall message.
So if you know anyone on social media, every time you're on social media, you'll end up like branching out to different platforms, et cetera, et cetera. So I did YouTube for a really long time. And then I also actually started broadcasting when I was in 7th grade. So but it was like without like my parents' approval or anything, and it was like on apps that are obviously you're not supposed to be broadcasting on. But I had no idea what I was doing. I literally would just go on and I would just talk to people, and that also kept me like very very time consumed. So I did broadcasting from like 7th to 8th grade. In 9th grade, but 9th grade I did another app, and that was like more so like time consuming as well. And I did that with one of my friends. So I did a little like live show like with them where we would just like talk. It was called So You Think You Can Laugh. It was kind of like inspired off of iCarly.
Okay.
And then a break from my freshman or end of freshman year and sophomore year, and that's when I was like, having a lot of troubles with school. So I had to like transfer a couple times, um, and then I got back into live streaming and making more videos.
Sure. So to dig at something you brought up a couple times, something that I think is relatable for people. You mentioned that you had trouble with school, you had some difficulty with friends. So can you
Yeah.
walk us a little bit through about what that time of your life was like?
I felt very alone and very, very sad. I went through a very, very dark time, especially during middle school, because when you go from like middle school to high school, you're usually like transforming and like you're meeting new friends. And I was like that one person in the class that was always very, very quiet, and I wouldn't like go and talk to other people because I was always afraid that someone might have told them something like bad about me, or there also was a rumor went around for that I was like I was that weird girl that makes videos and to not talk to me. So I was like very scared that no one like wanted to talk to me. And my sophomore year I ended up not going to any of my classes just because I was being harassed in almost every single one of them. So I went to my English class and my math class, and the rest of the classes I would just go and hide in like an old like teacher's office, and I would just watch YouTube videos. And I'd honestly be scared to leave that room and be scared to go to school. And I think I had about 22 detentions my sophomore year, and I only went to like maybe 2 of them.
Wow.
And I actually was supposed to be expelled or suspended and expelled from that school, but I was already going to be leaving the school just because it was so bad and it was like such a toxic environment. And that was the private Catholic school that I went to. So I was originally in the public school system, and then I transferred to a private Catholic school, and then I transferred back into the public school system. And then from the public school system, I still felt very uncomfortable. So then transferred into a college program. And then from that college program, I ended up transferring to online just this year.
Do you feel like you've made a journey out of that feeling? Do you still feel that way sometimes? Where would you say uh,
When I'm in my hometown, I definitely still feel that, and I still feel very alone there. And I have a couple friends in the city, but they're usually out doing something, and I just like I'm not that type of person that likes to go out of my way to like do like plan something else with someone. If it's like a one, or if it's like a thing where both you guys come to a compromise and like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go out to eat. So that's totally different. But if I have to like keep changing my plans and the other person's not changing any of their plans, then I just don't think it's worth it, and I don't see the point in doing that.
sure.
Um, but when I'm in California and like when I'm going to VidCon and like playlists and all these other events that I go to, I 100% do not feel alone because usually I'm meeting up with all my friends that I've known for however long.
Yeah. That's
So
that's really cool. I guess what would you say then to the people who, because I think it is something that's very relatable. People who feel alone, or they have these passions or things that they want to get into, but at the same time they feel ostracized or that they can't relate. So what would you say to those people? You know, what words of encouragement or words of advice would you have for those people?
honestly, if you're feeling alone, I mean, there's so many ways to like go out and meet new people as well. Like even if even if you have problems with your family, because like I've had problems with my family as well. Where you can't go and talk to them. But even coming on like Meet Me or other apps like this on social media, that's a huge way to like meet new people. And even if meeting people like close to you, just make sure it's safe, obviously. But just honestly doing something new, joining a club, joining a sport. There's different like leagues. I know I do a volleyball league where I live, so I meet new people through that as well. And honestly, just do something new, try something new, even if you don't like it, if you don't think you're good at it. Honestly, practice makes perfect. I wasn't the best broadcaster in, let's say, seventh, eighth grade, and now here I am. Like, I know, like, I don't even have to plan anything or do anything of the sort. I just go live and I talk to you guys. And honestly, it makes my day so much better. Even if I'm having a bad day, I still come on, I put a smile on, hopefully, put a smile on your guys' faces as well. And
Yeah,
some, yeah.
no, that's definitely good advice. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about one of your most successful platforms. So, many people know you from TikTok. So, can you tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about the beginning of TikTok and how you got started there?
So TikTok was originally Musically, then TikTok bought Musically. So this was just last summer, I think after VidCon when TikTok became TikTok, and that's just around the time that I started. So I think my 1 year was actually this month on TikTok, and I've just almost surpassed 2 million followers over there as well. And even being here at VidCon, VidCon is honestly majority just a bunch of TikTokers running around. But definitely with the algorithm over there, it's just about posting like so many times and also the quality. And just being very, very consistent. Just like any platform, if you're not consistent, then you're not going to do well. And if you don't put out good content for the people that's either different or very, very good quality, then you have to just keep going with it.
hmm So, being exposed to so many people and having success, you've had your share of people who are negative or you've seen criticism. How do you deal with that? What advice would you give to people, which they can even apply here if they're trying to stream on Meet Me? What advice would you give to those people as to how to navigate or work through that?
My biggest advice to anyone that's getting hate, especially online, is to just not bring attention to it, because the moment you guys bring attention to that negative energy and that negative like toxicness that is coming from that person or that group of people, the moment you give attention to it, that's literally like you just like giving them like burgers, like feeding them, like, and you're just gonna keep feeding them. Then they're gonna do it to more people. Then it's just gonna cause drama between that. Like drama spreads so easily. You guys already know this. I don't even need to explain that or get into that. But just not bring attention to it and just really just ignoring it and staying in your corner is probably your best bet, because the moment you step out of your corner is the moment you step out of like your little safe place. So definitely staying in your corner, keeping your circle small. It's best, honestly, my best advice with friends too is to have like a good group of friends, like 3 to 4 friends, better than being friends with like, let's say, the entire app. Like it's better to be friends, like say, even if like me and Chris we only had each other, I mean, we were doing our own thing, staying in our own corner and not getting into drama. I mean, instead of being friends with every single person on the app.
Sure. Okay, so social media is obviously a big part of your life. You mentioned earlier that you do volleyball. What else do you do in your personal life? I mean, who are you outside of the craziness and the social media monster?
So I was a huge sport person growing up. I've played soccer, volleyball, and golf. Those were like my three main ones. I also did swim team. I've done track. I actually wanted to join wrestling when I was in middle school because I did not like the volleyball team like during middle school just because it was already really really bad with some of the girls on there. So I really wanted to join a sport with like just guys. And obviously I didn't because I'm very tiny. I'm very small. So that would not have gone well. But honestly, I hang out with my dog a ton. I do stuff with her. I love traveling and playing sports, and that's and streaming, obviously, and doing social media stuff. And then I also am an aspiring actress. So I just recently got signed from my mother agency to a bigger agency. And so my bigger agency is based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and Los Angeles. And my mother agency is local in Akron, Ohio. So I've been doing stuff with them. I've been actually putting off my auditions until I move out here to LA in about 2 months. And so like I'm still getting all my auditions, but I'm just like putting them to the side. So I'll be continuing those. I know next year I'll be working with Netflix, so I'll be doing a bunch of auditions with Netflix and another app that I can't mention. But
No, that's super cool. I mean, congratulations. What's the big picture goal? What is all of this leading up to or adding up to? What do you want for yourself?
just to be successful and be happy, and honestly be away from all the toxicness that's back in Ohio from my hometown. And to just honestly keep doing my thing. Like, I mean, I don't want to set like an exact plan because usually when I set plans, then I don't stick to them. So I like to just do my own thing. I know exactly what I'm gonna be doing. I know my somewhat plan. I don't want to say the long-term plan though, because usually when I think of a plan, it doesn't end up like working out how I think it's gonna work out in my head. But I am planning to move out here very, very soon, which I'm super excited for. And
Yeah, no, I mean, that's really cool. I mean, we definitely wish you all the best. So there's obviously so many things we could talk about. And we're running a little bit thin on time here. So I'd like to make sure that one, is there anything that you would like to talk about specifically, anything that you're passionate about or is important for you to talk about?
I think we've covered a lot, but I mean, if there's any questions for you guys in the comments too, if there's anything else you guys want to know, you guys can go ahead and ask.
Cool. All right. So while people are getting ready there, I would like to make sure that we can fit in a game.
Yeah,
Um, and I know I've kept you for a sec, but are you down to play a game then?
yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, then let's see here. Uh, Basically, what we're going to do is a nice game of rock, paper, scissors. I feel like just something simple like that would work well. Essentially, just some good old rock, paper, scissors. Now, if there are ways, I guess, to do this better, though, I'm trying to think here. Uh-oh. Are you still
Yeah.
there? Oh, you keep breaking up. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Okay, am I good? Am I good?
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
I keep getting a delay of echo. Why is there a delay of echo?
Chris, what are you doing here?
Were you upstairs this entire time?
How did you get down here?
I mean, you're
in my.
Oh, you're.
In my.
This is my street.
This is my Airbnb.
This is my Airbnb. Well, sit down. We're gonna. All right. Here, I think it'd probably be a lot better to.
Oh wait, maybe I should like.
Okay. I feel like it would be a lot better.
Yo, that's like really crazy.
If we spiced up this game of rock, paper, scissors with some good old cream pie. I mean, whipped cream.
All right, I think we're running low on time right now.
We're running low on time. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do rock, paper, scissors. We'll just do one round. I feel like winner takes all. Okay, so rock, paper, scissors. I'm sure everyone would like to see you get whipped creams. We're not going to say cream pie. We just did anyway. Still,
you just said it again.
We still did it anyway.
Yeah,
either way, it's still fine. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this. You know what? Actually, let's go ahead and spice.
I think we should just put more. No, let's put. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think
Okay.
I-
You're gonna handle
I
this.
can definitely.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's probably quite enough. That's still you must be feeling very confident. That you're...
Do you have any more?
No, that's all we have. That's all the whipped cream that we have for this. All right, so
Are you sure you don't? Oh yes,
yes.
we want a lot of.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
Guys, do you think we should put more on?
There is no more.
Purple carpet.
This is.
Purple carpet. I'll put more on.
I mean,
No
if someone someone wants to throw out a carpet, I'll try and figure that. So I have shaving cream in another room. We could probably do something like that.
Put it on top.
What? No, this is.
Wow.
It tastes pretty good. Well, it's not going to be on me, so I want to taste it.
Oh.
All right. So anyway,
So confident.
I'm
Okay.
feeling very confident.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right,
You're
we'll put
ready?
this
Yeah.
in.
Set this down. All right. So, all right. Here we go. Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Are we doing like rock paper scissors shoot?
Look away. Look away.
Wait, are we gonna do like rock paper scissors?
No,
shoot?
it's just rock paper. You know, in the lap.
No, why
So-
don't we say rock paper scissors shoot?
Rock paper
Because
scissors.
there's
shoot.
scissors too, not rock paper. It's just rocks.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Yeah, and then but we have to like look the opposite way.
Okay, we'll look.
So we'll
that
just like
Okay, ready?
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No.
No, best of three. Best of three. I think we should do best of three. Best of three. We're doing best of three. We are doing best of three. We are doing best of three.
All right, we'll go ahead and do best of three then. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, we have one more now.
Okay, we have one.
So whoever gets the next one is getting creamed.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Now.
Okay, I lost.
See, yeah, this is why we did best of three.
Best of three, right? Because it's how things are supposed to.
Yeah, we always do best of three in my life.
hit
If
me.
anyone knows anything, we always do best of three. They're saying no. If someone says a red carpet or purple carpet, then we'll do best of five. But I think that's no. I won pretty five. I did.
She won fair and square.
Yes.
There's no more in the can, Jenna.
So
There's none. There is no
do we have
more.
another can?
There's none. There's not another can.
We should
Just
get another
do
can.
it.
I think we need more of the cream. So
We need a drum roll or something.
look one up on YouTube.
No,
Why don't
just do it.
We can do it right. We can do it. Get a drum roll.
But then there's gonna be like
We
the
can just
ad.
get a drum roll. Best to let them. Oh my, we're literally all waiting. Hello. I think I read the comments better than you. Is it gonna end?
It's a 52-second drop.
Oh my god. And there. Oh my god, I have that all over my hands and the floor. Guys, we got the cream everywhere.
I got cream pied.
You want like a napkin?
Yeah, I'd like a
You want
napkin,
me to
please.
grab a
Yeah,
napkin?
that'd be
Where's
good.
the napkin?
All right, hey everyone. If you like the content, can you? Where's your phone? Here. I'm just doing a period or something. All right, there you go. All right, if you like the content, that's Jenna right there. Give that person a favorite. She goes live. She's done really well.
No one can take you serious.
Give me this. Give me the.
Ah, you just spit it all over my face.
Well, good. It's all
I
over.
just put
my-
my Instagram in the my Instagram username and my TikTok username in the chat too.
Is this dangerous if it gets in my eyes?
I mean, it's not like
I hope
not
it's.
gonna kill
I
you.
hope it's not dangerous.
it's not, only it's all over your watch.
I know it's all over my. I'm more concerned about my pants. I like this shirt quite a bit.
You gotta wash your entire in
I
my
think-
Airbnb.
This is not your. Whatever. Anyway, that was much more messy than I anticipated. Jenna, thank you very much for playing the game. If you've liked the part of the stream, make sure that you give Jen a favorite and give John a favorite. I'm just gonna wear this. This is fine. My eyes are all hazy. I feel like I need my.
I think the hat, like the plate on the hat, yeah, I think that really tops it.
That's fine.
That's like the cherry on top.
Okay. Are you trying to co-host with me today?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, you can sit there
I can
then.
just, you know,
All
sit
right,
here
fine.
and, you know, smile. I'll read the comments for you and I'll respond in the chat.
That's fine.
Alright.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. All right.
You wanna like clean that up?
No, I'm running a show
You're
here.
like dripping right now. Oh my god.
All right. So everyone. So far in the show, we've had John, we've had Jenna. Oh, my eyes.
It's not a drip right
Yeah, I
now.
can.
Do you need more napkins? No, I think you're, yeah, just, you know, lick it all off.
All right. Anyway, oh, I'm just worried about the seat. This is nice leather.
And the floor.
Thanks.
The
Appreciate
floor will
you.
be fine.
Thank
but
you.
No problem.
Oh, you're my favorite.
Yes.
Okay, that was good. That was so good. Oh, I love these pants too. All right. So anyway, coming next to the box, another old time friend, someone that we've had for a long time. Oh, I know it's everywhere. Someone that we've been friends with for a long time. She is one in a million. She's gone by a few different names. These days, she goes by Not Vodka. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the box our good friend, Not Vodka. To the box.
Oh, don't. Ah! You got that all over me!
Yeah! Hey!
Or not vodka, but
No way.
you just got that all over me.
No, I like vodka. Vodka's good.
Do you keep your cream to yourself?
All right, Vodka.
Hi.
I
So,
need to like get a nap.
yeah, go do what you gotta do. Okay, Vodka, it's so good.
Y'all are
Thank you for coming to the show. You look so nice. Look at you.
I know, I actually put makeup on. Isn't that weird? I
Well-
like never put makeup on anymore. My stream gets mad if I wear makeup.
Do
They
that?
don't like. They don't like it.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about it all. So, Vodka, welcome to the live stream. For the people who've never met you before, never talked to you, can you please tell them who you are and where you're from?
Yeah, I'm not vodka. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, but I live in Florida now.
Okay.
Living
And
that Florida life.
yes, excellent. And so you're originally a Pennsylvanian, now a Floridian.
Yes.
What? I guess let's just take it back. Let's go to high school. Who
Oh,
was not vodka in high school?
I was honestly I was a cheerleader I was a basketball cheerleader because basketball wasn't during soccer season. So, you know, football cheerleading that intertwined with soccer season, so that was a big no-no. There was a big rivalry in our school between the soccer girls and the volleyball girls though.
Really?
I'm just saying there was like a big rivalry, like it was crazy. For
I mean-
whatever reason.
I mean, was it just like cattiness? Was it upper class?
Yeah, well, it was just cattiness. Yeah, it was just silly cattiness. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you were an athlete growing up then.
Yeah. I did track. I did like the long jump and the track and field. I did the 400-meter relay. So I only had to run like 100 meters.
Yeah.
I was leg 3. I was like I was like the leg where I had room to like mess up. So if I messed up during the relay, like the last girl could fix it, you know?
Got it. Okay. So you're an athlete. You grew up. So like, what came after high school then? Did you know that you wanted?
Gymnastics. I did a lot of gymnastics after high school.
Really?
Hmm.
What was the appeal of doing gymnastics? I mean,
I just like flipping around. I just really like tumbling. I just really like floor routine. Like that's like I love that. I live for that. I used to stretch for like 2 hours a day, but like I kind of got away from that in like January for whatever reason. In January, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna stretch this year.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Perfect. When you were growing up, were you into filmmaking or doing anything?
Yeah, I did actually. We used to make like these like silly Blair Witch Project videos when I was younger, and I would always pretend to be the interviewer during the videos. Wow, this is like weird when during your streams, like, because I'm used to reacting to gifs and like my initial impulse is to react. So sorry, I just like pause real weird. But I always like to be like the interviewer. Like I would, Bob was my name. I would always be like, "Hi, my name's Bob, and I'm going to be your tour guide for today. Please keep your arms and legs inside the crew at all times, and you're going to have an amazing ride." Like I would memorize like all the lines from like Tommy Boy and shit. Like I can recite the entire thing about when he was trying to sell brake pads and he lit the car on fire off the desk. I can recite that entire thing word for word. I really liked a lot of movies growing up. I liked watching movies. I would hang out with like the jocks, but like in the same sense, I would go hang out with like the nerds too, though. You know what I mean? You gotta have like the Umbrella Corp, the Zelda. Like I'm a nerd. You know what I mean? Like I still play video games. Any RPG, first-person shooter, I'm all about it.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Growing up, were you a gamer?
Yes. I had to learn how to play inverted on the y-axis, so I can fly a helicopter real good.
Really?
And like if the zombie apocalypse breaks out, I'm helicopter trained and ready. Like I can fly an inverted Y stick all day. But that's because my brother, I wanted to play video games with my brother, and he was older than me by like 10 months. So like I really looked up to him. I wanted to hang out with him, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he was like, "Nah, you can only play Halo if you learn to play with your controls inverted." So I learned to play, and now I can't play like regular. I feel like an idiot. People are like, "Let me play your guy real quick." I'm like, "Hold on, I gotta switch the controls."
But that's exactly right. You're zombie apocalypse ready, which I mean, when anyone's looking for something in a woman, zombie apocalypse ready is like.
I mean, that's on my like. I feel like it should go on my resume. Like, hire me. I'm a good waitress. Like, I know what I'm good at. Like, I could waitress the shit out of some fine dining. But in the same sense, like, let me take you to that zombie apocalypse level at the same token. Like, there we go. Number one qualification.
Yes, exactly. I love it. Okay, so you got into doing cheerleading and gymnastics, and so obviously this was probably only like a year or so ago, like when you were in college. So
stop it. Shut your dirty whore mouth.
I'm just messing with you. I really liked this show today because I almost want to tread between from being like being professional with everyone and like giving everyone the same treatment, but everyone that we've got on today, I know fairly well.
I know we were friends. Like I feel like before I even was a badge, we were friends.
That's true. We've been buddies for a long time. So let's go ahead and pop into that. When did you find Meet Me? How did you find Meet Me?
I found Meet Me in like December of last year, so like 6 months ago.
Okay.
And
what was the appeal? Like, why did you?
Because I would just gotten out of like an 8-year relationship, and I didn't know like how to date or like where to meet people. Like I'm socially awkward. Like I know I might seem like real chill on camera or whatever, but nah, in real life I'm super quiet. Like I'm kind of backwards. I'm a little bit. That's where like my nerdiness kind of overthrows a little bit. Is because I'm kind of weird, but this was like an outlet for me. This was like I didn't want to go meet people at the bars. I wanted to meet new people, but like I was like I still want like the safety of my room. And so, this was it. This was that.
So do you have the expectation of that you were going to start streaming yourself, or did you know?
No. I was actually watching that YouTuber. Is it Dom Daddy or no? Not Dom Daddy. Shit. It's the guy, David something, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, 6 of one, half dozen of another. Anyways, I was watching somebody else, and they were doing some sort of video thing like this. And when I searched that, like a live stream thing, they were doing chat roulette. And I searched that, and this came up, and I was like, okay, Meet Me. Like, this looks cool. Like, I'll try this one out. So, like, I didn't directly go into it looking for Meet Me. It just was the one that came up, and I was like, all right, bet. And then I started clicking on it, and I was like, oh, what's this live thing? Like, let me click this. And then I was like, oh, wow, like, this is really fun. And then I met really cool people, and I, like, developed some legit, like, 6-month-long, like, friendships with some of these people. And I feel like I really do know them. And DJ Kitty, I've met DJ Kitty several times. She's been to my home. You know what I mean? Like,
well, let's go ahead and talk about some of that. So, when you first got on, you started developing these relationships and things like that. Were you a viewer at first? Because anyone who's a top badge, I like to talk about their journey and the advice that they'd like to give other people on their journey. So, so for your journey, Do you feel like, you were first a viewer? How did you acquire even your skill set? I mean, can you break it down for us?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I just kind of got on. I just kind of got on, and like I'm a really talkative person. I felt I had a lot to say. Honestly, there was a lot of stuff that I needed to just word vomit. And I did it first. So like if you caught my like first second handful of streams, you caught me in really raw moments. Like I was talking about some heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And like it was just I just needed to vent, and like I just needed to talk to anybody who would listen. I was wanting to talk. I wanted to talk.
Yeah. And so it was like a therapy almost. So
Yeah, yeah. Like I feel like Meet Me kind of healed me in a way, to be
turns,
like completely straight about it.
yeah.
That's
So
what it is.
that's normally a question that I do later down, is I guess what impact has the app had on you, or what are some things that it's done for you? And so I guess being therapeutic. Now, you mentioned too that you did develop some relationships with the people
Yeah.
that are there. So can you talk to us a little bit about, how you were in Pennsylvania and
Yeah,
how
I was in Pennsylvania, and then actually one of my gifters, I guess we'll say, friends better, we started talking about playlists last year, and they were like, "Oh, you're coming down to Florida. I actually live in Florida. Like, why don't you come down a couple days early, and then we can just hang out for a little bit, and then, well, you can go to playlists, and I'll just go with you." And I was like, "All right, bet. Like, I'm down to meet new people."
yeah,
And yeah, number one gifter now, yes, Mr. Wiggles, obviously, but he came down. I met him. I brought my one friend. She came down with me. Jess did, and then we just kind of never separated.
really?
Yeah, we just kind of never separated.
Yeah.
Honestly, like after playlist, we met, and I went home for like 2 weeks. Sorry, I need a drink from my Capri Sun. I'm like 12.
Yeah. I
But
I have to commend Wiggles because I made this joke last time, the time that he was here. He
can I?
successfully did what all guys on the app have tried to. He successfully did what all guys on the app have tried to do, which is he fully slid in the DMs.
100%.
Like he slid in the DMs. So
He slid in there so good.
yeah. So how did, I mean, what would you tell someone who is trying?
Actually, I slid into his DMs. That's the real funny part of the story.
You made the first move?
Yeah, it was me. It wasn't him. It was me. I was like, "Yep. Let me just hit you up. I like you."
Wow. What was
So
your
he
backup
was
plan?
he was playing it very cool, very friendship, like just wanted to be friends and hang out, and I really liked him.
So what was
I
your
would slide into his
and,
streams and
and
watch him
Casey ended up
secretly.
being super weird. Like he was like, let's just be honest. There's a possibility that you show up and you meet him in Florida and he's like, hey, do you want to see my cat skin collection? And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, no. So I mean, what was the backup plan?
Well, my girlfriend was with me, Jess, my best friend. She's like my ride or die, but she was with me. Not initially. Her flight got changed. So the initial first meet, I was on my own for like 24 hours before she got there
That's a lot
because
of
her
time to
flight
see
got
cat
mixed up.
skin.
Yeah, but like I'm kind of a gypsy. Like I've always been like, YOLO, whatever, I'll go. Like I don't care. I'll get on a plane and go meet somebody I've never met in the whole world. Sounds
Yeah.
like a great idea. My mom's not real proud of it, but it is what it is. Like that's just what happens.
What do you mean your mom's not proud of it?
She's not proud of me being able to just get on a plane and go meet somebody who I've never met before in my life. Like that makes her nervous. She didn't like it. Like she was nervous. So like after playlist, right? I went home for 2 weeks, and it was maybe 2 weeks, and then Mr. Wiggles was up in PA meeting my family, and he stayed there for like 2 weeks, and then I went back with him with all my stuff. That's how quick it was.
Wow.
Getting U-Haul. Like he didn't fly home. He drove me down with all my stuff. Like my family met him and was like, "Great, we love you. Take her. Like take her. Like get her out."
That's so funny. Well, I mean, I don't want to keep it all centered on your relationship, but I mean, what has life been like now that you've lived in Florida for a while and been together? You're one of the success stories of this app can be used in many ways. You can use the live
Yeah.
stream, your career, you can work to find a significant other. I mean, what's it been like now that you moved out?
Honestly, I feel like we're still in that honeymoon phase because every day it's still great. Every day it's still like we still like love each other. We still like, you know how like after you've been with somebody for a while and you give them a hug, it like really you just kind of like giving somebody a hug. It's like hugging your mom. But
Yeah.
like when I still hug him, like my heart still like skips a little bit. You know what I mean? I still get excited when I see him. And
Oh,
when he leaves the room, I'm like, "Where are you going? What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm getting a drink of water. I will be literally right back." So
like what?
like it's
I'm
been great.
coming with you.
Yeah, it's been great, honestly. It really has.
Yeah. What now what has it been like for you on Meet Me? Because I've made the joke a couple times that being in a relationship is the death of a streamer. So
Yeah.
what is it
Honestly, I would be lying if I told you my stream didn't die after the stream realized that I was off the market, if you will.
yeah,
Um, it did. It did. Really, really fast and hard.
yeah. Uh
It's been very discouraging for me to get on, honestly.
has it? What's kept you on then? I mean, what
The
motivates you?
people,
The people.
the people that follow me, because they'll be like, "Oh, no vodka today." Like, where you at, man? We missed you at 9 a.m. this morning, like sitting in your jammies, sitting on your bed, like
Yeah.
with your hair everywhere. That's my time is like the morning.
Yeah. And I guess what has the transition been as far as like content? I mean, what did you find yourself doing before as to like what you're doing now?
Ooh, content difference. Okay. Before I would be on a lot longer. Like I would just sit and be on like and just be on just sitting all day. Like whatever we would be out, I'd take him to the gym with me and stuff. Like now I have my own stream room. So I kind of just like designate it. So I guess my streams have become a little bit more stationary and focused to the room and like working with like my props and stuff in here, like the Gumby suit and you know, like my little wooden things, you know, like we work with the props now at this point instead of just like kind of out in the world so much. I guess that would be the main difference.
So I mean, I guess then what's the future for you? I mean, you hadn't intended to be a broadcaster. You met
Right.
people, you met people, you ended up meeting someone,
Yeah.
and now here you are still broadcasting. So what I guess what is the vision or what do you see playing out for yourself?
It's more or less more daily life at this point is more or less what we film. Like we film like cooking around in the kitchen, like me and him and the banter that goes back and forth between us. Like the stream loves that. Like they love it when we're in the kitchen together. So like that's the kind of stuff. Like it's more or less like I'm trying to focus it more around us rather than me. Like I'm trying to make it like, okay, for people that like kind of like want to see a relationship, like this is like the day to day of a relationship and this is how it goes on
Yeah.
some real shit. Like this is what it looks like. It's not always like, hi, I'm in full glam. Like it's not always like that. Like sometimes you're low key. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you
And
never know what you're gonna get. Honestly, you never know what's gonna be happening in my stream. It's a shooting match.
and honestly, I
Hmm?
feel like that is more authentic to who you are in many ways.
I feel like it is too. Yeah.
You anyone who's gotten the chance to be lucky enough to get to know you knows that you're a lot of fun, but you're also kind of rough around the edges and you're going to shoot it straight. So
Hmm.
not only have you met someone and had a transition in your content, but now your streams are being more authentic to you. So I feel like it's like a triple win. Like you're just checking off all these boxes. So congrats to you. um, uh, when do you typically go live? You mentioned that you have
Normally it's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I like that nice crispy morning. I like that nice crispy morning. Like that time when you be watching The Price is Right. Maybe put me on during the Price is Right commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like give me that morning routine.
you're like Hot Drew. I don't know. Maybe Drew
Is
is
that what I don't know who Hot Drew is. I don't know who that is.
Drew Carey kind of shaped up. We all know that. So,
Oh yeah, Drew Carey. It's not Bob anymore. See, I'm
Bob,
always live during that time. I missed it.
Bob's
Ew.
on. He's doing spade and neuter. I'm not sure.
Drew. Always, it's a classic line at the end. You know what my favorite game is on The Price is Right on some real talk?
What?
It's the little hiker man when he goes up the hill and he's yodeling.
Yes.
And then he tips over the edge if you go too high. Plinko's a good one too.
That one, yeah. Awesome. What would you like to talk about? I always like to throw this out. Is there anything that you're passionate about, a project, something that you enjoy doing, or that you'd like people to just know about you? I'd like to use this last segment of time for you to just talk about what it is that you would like to talk about.
I don't know. That's so much pressure. Like, I didn't think of that. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I just always throw out the option, you know. So, well, cool.
You drink a lot. No, I don't drink a lot.
All right. And Wiggles is there too, right?
Yeah, he is. He's always here.
Would you like to say hello? Dang.
Well, projects at the moment, I guess, would be the pool room. That's like our big project now is the pool that's right off my stream room.
Yeah.
There's an indoor pool there. So we're working on fixing that, and I think we might like paint something cool on the bottom. That's the little bridge you have to go across.
That
like
is,
you come in the front door and then you have like a little bridge.
That is fun. Well, Wiggles, when he was on, he talked about how handy he is and all of his carpentry skills.
Are you super handy?
Yeah. Now, I would like to mention too that you both have been very open about something that you're both struggling with, which I really appreciate. I feel like you offer a lot of insight, and at least, I mean, and it's a very serious topic. For those who haven't heard about Calvin Kleinitis, can you please, talk to people about Calvin Kleinitis, how you contract it?
Calvin Kleinitis is a disease where you get obsessed with Calvin Klein and you literally can't stop. Like I had it first. I had Calvin Kleinitis first, and I spread it to him. It's a disease. Be careful. Don't go into his outlet. You will get wild in there.
I mean, this basically the point is that you need to be getting tested, and you're open about that now. You didn't talk about it with your partner, and now with him, he's now suffering with it for life as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right.
It's a disease, guys. Look out. It's a disease.
Well, Vodka, thank you so much for coming on. Everyone, if you've enjoyed talking with Vodka, is there anything else that you'd like to say before you go?
I would not.
Okay.
Oh boy, right. Run for the hills. I'm getting out of this box. I'm getting out.
All right. Good night, everyone. Everyone, please give Vodka a favor. All right, everyone. The way we're wrapping up the show tonight is we're doing a lightning round. I told you there were going to be some special guests and some surprises tonight. We are going to do a lightning round of people. So if you want an opportunity to connect and see some of your favorite streamers together, well, here's the opportunity. So it looks like we've already got our first person coming on in. So welcome to Suited Up again, Kay. It's good to see you.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
It's good to see you again. So for everyone who didn't see you the first time, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Kay. I am originally from Los Angeles, California.
Come on in.
Oh my God.
We want you guys more. That's fine. We don't worry about it. A lot of things happened terribly today.
Why is the floor wet?
Oh.
Why are you sticky?
It's a story. It's all
good.
So Kay, if someone wants to get to know you more, they would like to see you live. When are you live?
I am live at Wednesdays and Thursdays, definitely from early in the morning, about 10 a.m. to about 6 p.m. During the week, because I work, it'll be between 1 and 4 a.m. Yeah.
Awesome.
Unfortunately.
Anything you want to shout out or talk about while you're here?
Yo, shout out to my fucking family. Like, honestly.
Hey, fam,
like, this is, second, third time I've met some of these people, and it just gets weirder and stickier as the trips come by. I'm super excited. Shout out to my Meet Me friends, Bow Life or No Life, and you're sticky.
Yes, I am. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kay.
Love you.
I love you. Come on in. Sit down. Who do we have? Who do we have here today? Who is this?
Hi, I'm Chris Casper. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my stream. So today we're gonna have a special guest. Okay, her name's Bailey. She sings. She's great. Okay, she won season 7 of The Idol on Meet Me. You know, she's pretty talented, if I say so myself. So are you gonna sing something for us?
Wow, you are so clever, Chris. Rock and roll. When do you go live?
Randomly.
Cool. All right, everyone, be like Bailey.
Turtle Gang.
Find her. She's the turtle emoji. Much love. Thank you, Bailey. The Mac Daddy himself. What? Everyone, who is this? Introduce yourself.
Hello, y'all. What's up, y'all? I'm apparently I know who I am. So how is everybody? Holy crap, there's a bunch of people in here.
It's suited up right now. It's crazy. So, no, for those of you who don't know, this is Daddy J. He is from Texas, and he's a wonderful, wonderful guy. He always is repping his hat and his shades. And let me tell you something. If you sneak up on him, there's a good chance you're going to get an elbow to your face. I found that out earlier. Dude, is there anything you want to plug or talk about? Anything coming up on your stream since we saw you?
Y'all should be here. So like I said, y'all should be here. It's great.
At VidCon.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Bro, thank you so much for coming on.
All right, love y'all guys.
All right.
I'm getting forced into this.
Yes, you are. Everyone.
Hi guys.
Who do we have here?
Hi guys, I'm Ben. How you doing?
This sheet behind me is an accurate representation of how everything is falling apart. And then it gets fixed. Okay, so everyone, please meet this person. Who do we have here?
Hi guys, I'm Ben. TMI Ben here.
Okay.
How we doing?
And where are you from?
I'm from Philly.
Mm-hmm. And how are you liking VidCon?
We love this.
We love it.
We love this.
We're all together.
Oh hi, nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you.
Is there anything that you want to plug, shout out, talk about?
You guys should definitely be here. I'm mad that you're not happy. I love you guys. TMI to the day we die. You know.
What's TMI stand for?
Team Make It.
Team Make It. Not too much info.
You know, if you come to my stream, there's a little information that you might not want to find out every once in a while. But, you know,
A little too much.
It's a little crazy.
It's time.
Mike. Oh my God. Yeah. And Battle Zach. Okay.
That was it. Excellent. All right. Thank you so much for coming on.
Love you guys. Catch me at like 2 a.m. Eastern time.
2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You heard that right. He goes on very late.
Okay, that is so much whipped cream on the floor.
I know.
Courtesy of me.
I know. It's.
He said it was wet, but I know that it was this much of a mess.
Oh, it's very much of a mess.
Accurate representation of my life.
Why
Right
are you looking at me like that?
There's a tiny little blonde woman who's responsible. Who do we have?
I'm just kidding.
Who do we have here?
Hey guys, hello.
Inu.
Oh my gosh, don't even start that.
Okay. No, who do we have? Who do we have? Read, listen to me. Don't read the comment.
Oh, I am. Oh, I thought you were asking them.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, we have Anu. I thought, to be fair,
I thought the same thing.
yeah, I was like,
I thought he was asking the
I thought you were
viewers.
asking the viewers. I was like, waiting. Yeah.
No. No, you're Anu. Anu was on last week. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy. If you haven't met him, please do. He and I actually related.
Yeah, definitely.
We're both related. That's how he got started on the app.
Definitely exactly how I got
It's
started.
definitely how we got started on the app.
You know, I think that's a valid reason, I guess.
It is. Anu, is there anything that you want to plug, talk about?
I don't know. I just want to say that like I love everybody here, and the Mimi app is really wonderful.
Awesome. Wait, where are you guys going? Come back! Come back! All right. Well, thank you so much, Anu, for coming on.
Okay, bye.
No, it's not your turn. It's not your turn. You were already on the show. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to jump on?
Yes, please.
I'll jump on.
All right. Cool. All right. So, everyone. Yeah. So, can you go ahead and let everyone know who you are?
I'm Jason.
You're
The
Jason.
real V card.
So the real V card is his name. And how long have you been streaming on me?
A year and a month now.
Okay.
A year and a month.
Okay, and you recently had a big goal met.
Yeah, I hit my million.
He hit his million. He
Yeah.
hit his million. So, if people want to find you, what should they search on YouTube?
JJ the Jet 4.
JJ the Jet 4, and you'll come up.
Yeah.
You're the real V card.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Come on.
Okay, so search JJ the V card, and what's something you like to do in your life?
I like to go on an adventure and just talk with the stream and entertain them.
Perfect. We're gonna have to get you on the show so that everyone can really meet you. But thank you for at least plugging in. Maybe jump in the comments so people can favorite you there. So, all right. So, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you, dude. Someone else who's never. Wait, yes, you have. So who do we have here? Who do we have here?
Hey, I'm Jared Fox.
Yes.
Hey! All the loves.
And for those people who've never met you or seen you, when you go live?
All the time, usually at night though. Like 11 p.m. Eastern to like maybe 5 or 6 a.m.
This is pretty late.
TMI to the day we die.
Right. And is there anything that you want to shout out or plug while you're here?
What do you mean? Like see?
No, I don't need to sing. No, just like, is there anything that, do you like being here?
Oh yeah, it's freaking beautiful here. I'm having a great time so far, guys.
All right.
There you go.
Excellent.
Bye.
All right. Well, Jared, thank you so much for Thank you so much for coming on, and it's good to see you.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye guys.
All right. Our second to last person here. He's tiptoeing in. Oh man. Go and take a seat, my guy.
What's happening in here, y'all?
All right. So for the people who've never met you before or haven't seen you, who are you?
I'm Kevin. My name is Catch. What's happening? How y'all doing?
Perfect.
As my bio says, I'm just some top edge fuckface, hanging out with y'all. What's going on, everybody?
We've got more people rolling through. So your Catch. Is there anything that you want to plug or talk about?
So if you're gonna be in Michigan first weekend in August, we got a big camp out going. Find me, message me, reserve a spot. Should be a pretty good time. Other than that, just come say hi sometime.
And thank you for being an expert stage man tonight.
We tried. It got a little janky, but whatever.
You did a good job.
We got all right. I think we powered through it, right?
Yeah.
Knuckles on that. And fucking again, congrats on that 8 million.
Thanks, looks sexy. Thanks for the crowns. And
no problem. I like how I'm taking. There's a few of us we can take credit for getting the gifts removed. We might get reprimanded for that one, but whatever.
I like it. Perfect. Thank you.
Much love, y'all. I'll exit the same way.
Cool. Thanks. All right, who do we got next? Who is this person?
It's all over my foot.
That's what she said. Who do we have? Who do we have here?
My name is Ash.
And where are you from?
Well, I'm from the Oregon area. I've only been on the app for 5 months. I love you.
Okay. And when do you typically go live?
I go live every day, usually around like afternoonish time, because that's when Ash wakes up.
You little shit.
Because Ash doesn't get a lot of sleep, and then she sleeps till like the noon.
It's okay though. Is there anything that you want to plug, talk about, your time here, anything like that?
I'm just happy that I'm with everyone again. You guys' playlist was a blast, as you guys all saw our pictures and videos and stuff, and everyone's back together. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Cool. Well, everyone's happy to see you. Thanks for coming by.
So awesome. I love you guys.
Bye. All right, Sammy.
I don't know what I slipped in, but my foot.
And Pat. We have to be careful because we have a crippled person coming by. So, all right, who do we have here?
Hello.
Who is this?
Sammy.
It's Sammy, everyone. So if you've not met Sammy before, Sammy, where are you from and when do you go live?
Michigan. I'm from Michigan, and I go live at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug or talk about while you're here? No. Are you having a good time at VidCon?
Yeah, other than my broken foot, yes.
How'd you break your foot, Sammy?
I fell down some stairs.
She fell down some stairs. Show it
That's
off.
why he was asking for it, not for some. Yeah.
So everyone, this is Sammy. Thank you so much. Pat. So we just got one person left. We got one person left. So
What's up,
who do we have here?
My name is Daddy Pat on the app.
Yeah.
I don't really go live, so.
Okay, but you are a VIP.
That I am. What up, Tad?
He is a VIP. So
what's up, Marley?
So because you don't go live, can you tell people where you're from, how long you've been on the app?
Yeah, so I'm from Queens, New York. I was born and raised there for about 12, 13 years. I pretty much just stay to a small circle, selective circle. Everybody knows who I hang out with and who I associate myself with. I've been on the app since March of last year. However, I didn't really start, gifting, going live until about May, June of last year. Wow, I was born and raised in Brooklyn. See, Brooklyn, I have respect for anybody that's in the boroughs.
Damn, cool. Well, what do you want to plug or talk about?
Hey man, I'm open to anything.
Are you enjoying
I am.
everyone?
This is a first time experience for me. I'm meeting everybody for the first time, so it's a really cool experience to have that and actually meet the people that I have genuine connections with prior to even meeting them. So it's definitely an experience in itself, and I would recommend anybody that's looking to do that and finally meet the people that they hang out with or speak with on this app to do it.
So you don't go live at all?
I do go live, but as far as a specific time, it's kind of 2, 3 a.m.
I think you articulate yourself pretty well, and you're a nice guy. So I think people would like to see you. I mean, I'm sure people out there agree. So, but until then, thank you so much for coming on, dude.
Absolutely, man. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, guys. You guys have a good night.
All right. Well, I believe that's everyone in the house right now. So everyone, my name's Chris. Thank you so much for watching Suit Up tonight. Special thank you to our guests tonight, except for one of them. Special thank you to John. Special thank you to Vodka and no one else at all. Thank you so much for coming on to the to live to our gifters tonight. Thank you so much to Jack, to Big Fingers, and to Blue Eyes. Blue Zach, I'm sorry, Blue Zach, not Blue Eyes. Blue Zach. Thank you so much to you three for being the top gifters tonight. We had an excellent time. VidCon is going crazy. Be sure to check us out tomorrow on the Purple Carpet. One more time, Purple Carpet Meet Me Gala. That is going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on the East Coast, if you're on the East Coast, that's going to be closer to 10. All right. So until then, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 8 mil. Let's have a good time. Stay safe. Everyone who's partying, let's have a good one.